Alright, here we are, and today we're going to be talking about formatting page sizes and margins in Microsoft Word 2016. So, here we are on the Layout tab, and this is where we're going to be talking about it. So, on the far left, we have the page setup area, and you can see margins is the very first option, and that's what we'll be talking about today. So, click the down arrow on the margins button and you'll see a variety of different margins. So right now I'm on a custom setting which has a bottom point 1.25 to give room for the page numbers because I usually like to have page numbers and I already have one preset down there. So, and normal, it's the regular and it doesn't give room for the page numbers. It's the regular one all around. And then narrow is super narrow. It puts the text super close to the top and edges. Now, moderate, 0.75, 0.75. Text, as you can see, it allows it not to go very far down. Well, it allows it to go very far down. It just doesn't allow it to go very far up. So, now, we'll be talking about the wide function. And it's very wide, that's for sure. And that means it's 1, 1, 2, 2 from top and bottom, left and right. So let's select that. And wow, this is really in the center now. Because if you want text to be super centered, then yes. Let's see what happens if it is centered. It puts it way over there. Well, that's an interesting margin. I've never used that one. So, for another margin, we have mirrored. And this the mirrored includes 1, 1, 1.25, and 1. It looks like this. Yeah, it's kind of similar to the one we just tried out, the wide. Now, Office 2003 default, which is all the way back in 2003, what Office used to have. So 1, 1, 125, 125. So test. Yep, so that's the Office 2003 default. So, you can also create custom margins by going in here. So, this is the Margins tab. The Margins area lets you select the gutter. You can, let's say I want 1.5 for the top. And then left is 1. And then gutter is 0.5. So, let's select that. Yep, you can see I've just created a custom margin. So let me put it back to that custom margin setting I had. There we go, good. Now, we'll be talking about page orientation. So, this is very easy to do. Just select if you want portrait or landscape. And you know what landscape looks like. So I'm going to put it back to portrait. And just to tell you, most books or documents are portrait. But if you have like a guide or something, a game manual, then you might want to consider doing it landscape. Now, on to size. This is one of the most complicated things that you can do with the page numbers. Here, we have a lot of options here. This is the regular letter. So, I've just selected the regular 8 by 11. Yeah, 8.5 by 11 size for the letter. So, now legal is 8.5 by 14. So I've just selected that. And it doesn't look much different at all. It's just 8 by 5 by 14 now. So, on the executive, we have 7.25 by 10.5. And it's a little narrower, but I would say it's still quite a big document, and I would not recommend it. I wouldn't recommend letter for writing a novel. That's for like a commercial catalog or something. A4, 8.27 by 11.69. Quite a particulate type of page. So, we now have A5, which is slightly smaller, 5.83 by 8.27, which is usually around the average size for a book, or about that. Now, if you want to go a little bit crazy, you can do B5 JIS. I don't know even what that stands for. But it's 7.16 by 10.12, which is like this. So, and finally, we have North America 3 by 5, And yes, you see, column width cannot be less than 05 because that's not supported by Microsoft Word. Yes, that's like a pocketbook size right there, or even smaller. And A6 is a super small guide, really small, like a small pocketbook. Next, we have columns. So you can add or remove columns. Let's click on it. First, let me get the size back to the 8 by 11 so we can do good things. Now, columns. Let's say 2. And if you're writing, it'd be just like, whoops. Let me just paste in something. Oh, that's code. That's not a good example. Let me just paste in some text. Or test. I can just paste that in. Yep, so let's say I paste that in. So now we can do columns. 3. And you can see columns it. And now let's see. We do right. And it puts it all to the right. And do columns. Left. It does that. This is very cool if you're writing. I want to use that. Yes, and you can see the little column icon in the margin up there. So next we have breaks. And this is where you can insert a page break. So, there you are. And there's a huge section here. Page. You can mark a break. And that, you see, it breaks a page there. So you don't have to like do like this and enter all the way down there. That's just not a very good way of making a page break. But this is a very good one. So the column is where you can indicate the text that will go to the next column, which is probably going to be enabled after you do the nice little column thing over here. So next we have text wrapping, where you can wrap text. So let me copy. Yup, it's wrapping. You can see there's so many wrap-rex. I misspelled that. Anyway, so that's what that does. So, next page, you can insert another page. Over there, a section on the next page. Let me click on it. You can see, it inserted a section on the next page. So, there's a section break. Now, continuous. You can insert a section break and start the new section on the same page. For example, if you want a section break not to be on another page, you can start a new one on, like, for example, page 2. Yeah, that's what it would be like. So, I accidentally went away from the layout tab, but anyway, we now have line numbers. And continuous, that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way off into infinity. Now, we have also restart each page. You can restart the numbers on each page. You see, it goes back to 1 when it reaches each page like that. That's what it does. Alright, so now for another option is restart each section. So let's see what happens. Yep, restart each section. And now each section that I put in, it's going to restart. That's what it's going to do. You can see that there. So now we have hyphenation. There's hyphenation now. We have none, automatic, and manual. So, none over here, automatic, is hyphenations. Like, if you have a long word that won't fit on a page, you can do like auto, mobile, well, with a dash, which some books have that, actually quite a lot, and I should be doing that. Hyphenation, manual, you can manually hyphenate, and then it wraps the next line. But that's a very good feature right there, so don't forget this button too. You can change the margins, which we already talked about, the paper, which is letter, legal, executive, A4, A5, and you can change the paper source if you're going to print it or something, and you can, yep, that's basically what that's about. So, 8 by 5, and now layout. Different, you can do headers and footers and page numbers, and in the next video we'll be talking about page numbers, so get geared for that. That's the end of this video.